How is everybody doing this evening? I just wanted to come to y'all real quick because I wasn't able to come last Wednesday for Kaynichole After Dark. So I wanted to come to y'all real quick this evening to discuss with y'all this whole sexy red. And before I continue, just want y'all to know my calendar is out. Make sure that you check it out. Get your copy. Oop. Get your copy. Definitely. Currently, there is a sale on MadCloud for 20% off. Just put NY 2024 and you can get your discount. So I wanted to discuss the sexy red because I've seen so many people discussing about it and talking about it that I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the subject because I've heard so many different thoughts on this whole sexy red and these toddlers dancing around with the little mic and everything, having a good time, and someone's obviously filming them. Now, again, I'm not excusing the behavior. The behavior is not what I came to talk about. We all can say that the behavior of these young toddlers is not cute. It's not becoming whatsoever. That's not what we're questioning here. What the focus is that I've noticed is that everyone is either blaming sexy red or blaming mothers in particular. Now, I know that it is possible, okay, I know that it's more than possible that moms are going to be playing this music, right? But ratchet is ratchet. If you're ratchet, you're going to play whatever music is going to satisfy that particular mindset. So I really can't say that mom, dad, cousin, whoever, if that is your mindset, then you're going to play that type of music. But the thing is to not play it around little ears. Okay? We are trying I was listening to a lot of people, and my thing is that we have to come as a collective to help our young people. Yes, I understand that they're like, oh, it's the moms and everything like that, and have somebody to blame. Who I say to blame is those that are in that child's life on a continued basis. Whoever is in that child's life on a continued basis needs to basically have the finger pointed at and be chastised about how they're raising their children, because there's no reason why toddlers should be listening to that music. It takes a village to raise a child. So I feel that those that are pointing fingers just at the mother and saying, oh, she's the reason why these toddlers, these girls are listening to Sexy Red and they're going to be strippers and they're going to be this and they're going to be that. It takes a village, okay? A mother, most of the time, single moms are not being able to be with their child 24/7. So who else is around these young minds that are pushing this agenda? It's just not the mom. I'm sure she's bringing forth the ratchetness, but there's other people in that circle that can introduce other music or say to somebody that that's not right. So I don't think that, Sexy Red obviously isn't the blame because she's going to make whatever is going to sell, right? She's here to make music. But what I do notice, and I had actually shout out to Lovely T because she did make a point of this, that everybody's looking at Sexy Red and everybody's looking at the moms, but the song is Drake. Let's take a moment to really understand that this song is Drake. It's not Sexy Red song. It's not SZA song. It is Drake's song. So why is Drake not being mentioned in the conversation at all? And I had to put a light bulb. Like, she's so right. Like, this is a Drake song. yeah, Sexy Red is on it, but Drake's the one that co-signed her. So when we're looking at, oh, Sexy Red judging her and everything like that, and how she's bad for young girls and everything like that, but there's men that are co-signing her. So like, so I mean, like I have, there's a gentleman that I know, and I wish I actually could call him up on the live, Dance Maddox, and he's constantly telling me about, how mothers are such a detriment to our young girls. And yes, bad parenting, bad mothers can be a detriment to young girls. However, the song again that Rich Baby Daddy is Drake's song. Sexy Red is just featured on it. So why is no one coming at Drake? Why is no one saying, Drake, why are you helping procreate this image of Sexy Red? Why are you helping with this agenda? But no one's pointing the finger at Drake. Nobody's even thinking about him. And if you actually look at the name of the album, it's for all my dogs. I mean, I don't know if we were trying to move away from men calling themselves dogs and stuff like that, but a dog follows a bitch, right? So they're kind of in line with each other. So I'm just saying, if we're going to point the finger at Sexy Red, and the photog says mothers are a bad influence, what circles do they run in? I'm just saying, like, that's what I've been noticing from a particular Instagrammer that I know, and other, red pill kind of mindsets, is that they're saying that, just blaming mothers, like pointing mothers. And I understand that it's I wish that we could really collectively all sit down. I know that a lot of people watch tonight's conversation. However, I feel that they're not really hitting certain topics, and I really feel like people are coming up, and it's becoming something that is becoming something else. I thought it was going to be stay on track to something, but it's become something else. But I really wish that we could come into a room and really discuss the trauma as being a Black woman, the trauma as being a Black man, and being able to really understand. Because I was having a conversation. A friend of mine sent me this thing, and I wish I could show it. I wish I had multiple things, whatever. And it was about these young girls with their moms, I guess, at this pole dancing class or whatever. And it was on, an Instagrammer showed it, and he was like, we need to stop this. Our mothers need to stop this and everything like that. And get me wrong. My issue is that we don't want outsiders putting bad stigmas on us, but we do it to ourselves. The first thing we think of when we see a young girl around a pole is pole dancing and this, that, and the third. And I'm looking at the behavior, and I'm looking at it, and I'm stepping back from a different eye. And these same movements that pole dancing is done is also in gymnastics and Cirque du Soleil and in the circus, and like, so there's other things that you can do besides be a pole dancer to be doing the same things. You know what I'm saying? But if you're doing that and you're becoming a trapeze artist, nobody's looking at you crazy. But you're doing some of the same stunts that you would see a pole dancer do. And I'm not saying that what they're doing, not like, what's the word? I'm trying to justify pole dancing or sharing it with your young kids. But however, what I'm saying is that it's still a part of that same realm, because if you look at most pole dancing studios, they're owned by white women. They're not owned by us. So I don't understand why we constantly put this negative stigma on us when we don't do it to our counterparts. And people are always looking to our Caucasian counterparts to make sure that it's right. And if it's right, it's all right. And it's the same thing. You see white women doing pole dancing. You probably see more of their IG pages than any other black women. But we're going to be portrayed as over sexualized, we're doing the most and everything like that, when our counterparts are doing the exact same thing. And why are we looking at it in a negative view is because now we've sexualized it. Because why can't these same girls that are being exposed to pole be a part of Cirque du Soleil? Like, why do we have to automatically say because she's in a pole dancing class that she's going to be a pole dancer? There's so much more to it than that, and I feel like we justify it for white folks, but we can't justify it for ourselves. We're quicker to demonize it for ourselves, and I'm like, why? Why are we quick to demonize our young girls and everything like that, and sexualize our young girls and stuff like that, when our counterparts and other people do it just fine? Just because they demonize us doesn't mean that we need to do it to ourselves. And I have a major issue with us doing that. And so I want us to look at the whole picture and not just blaming, oh, the mothers are the reason why our young girls are like this and everything. It's a collective. We're all responsible. And yes, the custodial parent is the main one that's involved and has all the responsibilities as far as legally. But it takes the village. It takes grandma. It takes cousins. It takes the person that's doing her hair. It takes the teacher. We all have to be involved. And that's why so many teachers I see on TikTok complaining about this and about that, because we all have to come together. We have to be a team. And so there's no one person to blame. And I think we need to really stop and think about what we're doing when we decide to point the finger. Because if we're going to point the finger at Sexy Red, we need to point the finger at Drake, because it's actually his song. And she's featured on it. And he's co-signed her. And he's made her a big deal, because the Drake effect, just like the Oprah effect. So if he has that much power to do that, he's a man and she's a woman, and they've come together to make ratchet music for our young girls to dance their asses to, because it's catchy. So I just want us to just take a moment and really look at the whole thing, instead of saying, oh, Sexy Red's the issue or the mom's the issue. No, it's bigger than that. And I just want us to take the time to look at that, look at all the pieces, and put the puzzle together and actually really do the work. Because I don't know, I just see too many people out here pointing the fingers. And we can just do better by each other. So I'm going to get off my soapbox, but I just wanted to come to you guys real quick with my Kaynichole After Dark and share my thoughts on the whole toddler Sexy Red and just the whole pole dancing in general. But I would like to go on a little bit further on Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, because I'm going to be out of town, but in the future, I would definitely like to talk more about this. The sexualizing of women in the sex industry, and just the whole premise of it, because it's so much deeper than that. And I think that people haven't really taken the time to understand why I think women have ventured more into these alternative lifestyles. So I would like to talk to that more so on my next Kaynichole After Dark. But I just wanted to come to you guys real quick and just have that discussion with y'all about, the Sexy Red, the toddlers, and, you know, why no one's looking at Drake. Again, because it's a song. So y'all take care. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. And of course, always keep your crown straight. Take care.